CEO of Albertsons-owned Cerberus Capital Management leaves the board for a post in the Trump administration. Garrison's convenience stores purchases the Hitchin Post, and the price of gasoline is up. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top news from Supermarket News and CSP Daily News. I'm Supermarket News Editor Tim Inkelbarger.
And I'm CSP Senior Editor Hannah Hammond.
Albertsons announced Friday that Steven Feinberg, CEO of alternative investment firm Cerberus Capital Management, which owns the grocery chain, is stepping down from the Albertsons Board of Directors, following his nomination to serve as Deputy Secretary of Defense. Feinberg's nomination by President Donald Trump to serve as the number 2 official at the Department of Defense thrust the co-founder of Cerberus into the spotlight. Feinberg previously served as head of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board during the first Trump administration. On Tuesday, Feinberg will appear before the Senate Armed Services Committee, where he is expected to face tough questions from Democrats, particularly Senator Elizabeth Warren, who has already questioned his qualifications for the role and the potential for conflicts of interest.
Senator Deb Fischer, Republican from Nebraska and a member of the Senate Agriculture Committee, on February 13th introduced the nationwide Consumer and Fuel Retailer Choice Act of 2025, which includes the year-round nationwide sale of EV15, a gasoline blend that contains 15% ethanol. On February 21st, Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Lee Zeldin announced the agency's decision to uphold the current April 28, 2025 implementation date to provide equal status for E15 and E10 in Midwestern states. This action, requested by the governors of Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin, provides regulatory certainty for fuel suppliers and expands consumer access to E15 year-round in these states.
Grocery delivery still has a price problem with nearly half of consumers, according to a survey of shoppers conducted by Gridwise Analytics. Gridwise, a Pittsburgh-based tech company that offers a smartphone app to help gig workers organize their delivery schedules, released its annual Gig Mobility Report 2025, which showed that 46.8% of shoppers think grocery delivery prices are too high. The remaining 53.2% find prices reasonable, according to the survey of 1,000 shoppers. Over 55% of shoppers said they have cut items out of their virtual baskets because of cost. Quote, "This emphasizes the need for price reductions, loyalty incentives, or bundled offers to maintain demand," the report added. Nearly half, 46.6% of survey respondents, considered grocery delivery a good value, while 37.2% were neutral and 16.2% considered delivery a bad deal.
Garrison's Convenience Stores has purchased the Hitchin Post, a convenience store and restaurant in Hartley, Texas, from Skyland Grain. The sale of its only C-store will allow Skyland Grain, a farmer's co-op, to focus on its core business of serving the agricultural needs of its customers. The sale also puts the Hitchin Post in the hands of a company that is focused on serving the convenience store needs of the community.
Joe DePinto, CEO of 7-Eleven, has received the Sam Johnson Defender of Freedom Award. Presented by the National Defense Briefing Series, the award recognizes Dallas-Fort Worth area leaders who have demonstrated continuing and unwavering support for veterans and their families. DePinto, a West Point graduate, has been a longtime supporter of the military and veterans.
The national average retail price of regular grade gasoline is up 6.6 cents in the past 2 weeks to $3.24.5, according to the most recent Lundberg survey of U.S. fuel markets. Chances are high that further price hikes at retail will occur in coming days. They may dovetail with higher spring-summer reformulation costs if no deep price cuts come in the next few weeks from either gasoline supply growth or crude oil price decline. They may dovetail as well with higher retail gasoline margin. It comes from wholesale gasoline price increases averaging 6.2 cents, granting the nation's retailers 0.4 cents margin improvement.
Convenience retailers and suppliers descended on Nashville Monday for CSP's annual Convenience Retailing University Conference, or CRU. The 3-day event features educational content, a show floor, the Category Manager of the Year awards, and more. Follow along at cspdailynews.com for stories and learnings from the event. And that'll do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News and supermarketnews.com. I'm Tim Inkelbarger.
And I'm Hannah Hammond. Have a great day.